Basically, when you play teams in the ACC, they're all very good
Right
basketball
there.
teams. I'm sorry? Is someone speaking to me?
Go ahead, Coach. I think it was someone who was unmuted.
All right. When you play in the ACC, every team is a very good team, and especially at home, and teams play very, very well. And Virginia played a very good game tonight. They shot the ball extremely well, not only from two, but from 3-point range, and we didn't. We were 2 for 12 at halftime, 4 for 17 from the game. And against Virginia, because they pack it in so much, and we're not a post up team anyway, you got to make threes. And at 4 for 17, it's not very good. If well, we shot 54% from the field because we made our 2-point shots. We just didn't make our threes. And we struggled defensively to keep pressure on them. I thought we did a good job early, but we clearly were not able to defend them the way we would have needed to and force more turnovers. They ended up with 13 turnovers, but we probably needed 17, and we needed to turn the ball over fewer times. We turned it over 13 times as well. Would have been better if we were at 7 or 8.
All right, if you have questions for Coach L, please use the hand raise function. We'll start with Chris Stock from inside the U.
Coach, can you expand more defensively? That's the 60%. That's the highest you guys have allowed. I know you switched to zone at times. What were you kind of seeing defensively? What made it tough for you guys today?
Well, I would say Tony Bennett's a hell of a coach. He made some adjustments and was able to carve the scramble defense, got the ball to the high post, to the low post, and they're huge human beings. And we had no answer for those big guys inside. Gardner goes 6 for 9, and Francisco Cafaro goes 4 for 4 right inside the paint, like laying it in. And then you add Cedric goes 3 for 3. So that's 13 for, let me see, whatever it is, 13, 7, 16. 13 for 16 from the field. That's very productive.
Go to Hank Kurz from the Associated Press. Hank, you're on mute.
Yeah, sorry, I unmuted myself and muted myself. Good to see you, Coach. So this is a weird year for the ACC. There's one team in the top 25. People are talking about how Virginia needs to almost win out to make the tournament. What kind of perspective can you put on the season and in the year and your perspective on what's going on with the league?
I've said this over and over again. The ACC has so many terrific players who leave early to go to the NBA. Alex, I'm going to quote you. I think it's 92 players have played in the NBA in the last 5 years. Is that correct? Drafted, played.
Something along those lines around that number, Coach.
So when you lose that kind of talent year in and year out over a 5-year period, replenishing your roster becomes challenging. I think what happens is you replenish it fine, but it takes a while for them to learn your system. And once they do, by January, they're a very good basketball team. So I think some of the early season losses in the ACC are due to, transfers and new guys coming in. And you might say, well, don't other leagues have that? Yeah, but they didn't lose 92 NBA guys leading up to that moment.
We'll go now to Luke Cheney from the Miami Hurricane.
Hey, Coach. So your team finished with 13 turnovers today, which I believe is 3.5 turnovers more than your season average. Is there anything that Virginia did specifically that caused these ball security problems?
Yeah, they're a good defensive team. They got very active hands. There were a couple of times when we tried to throw a pass to an open man. They got their hand on it. But, yeah, I mean, they had 11 steals. Oh, that's probably a season high for them. Oh, we did not play a great game against a team that played very well at home. And I expect that, they'll keep playing very well at home. They're really finding their rhythm right now. Those guards are really sharing the ball well. I thought Amon Franklin, he went 8 for 16, 3 for 8 from 3, 3 for 3 from the foul line. We went 0 for 0 from the foul line. That kind of is a telltale story of we're not attacking the basket and getting to the foul line like we did earlier in league play.
Go to Andre Fernandez from the Miami Herald.
Hey, Coach, having a veteran group like you do, I mean, this is the first time this season you've dropped back-to-back games. Just your confidence that they're going to be able to make these adjustments, like you're saying, to get back to some of the things that were working earlier in the year and turn this around quickly.
Well, I don't think there's anything we have to do differently. The question is, and this is what I've said all along, the regular season is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And so we got out in front by winning our first 4 conference games at home, but now teams are catching up to us. And every game comes down to do you play well? Do you shoot well? Do you defend well? Do you rebound well? And tonight we didn't handle the ball well enough, too many turnovers. We didn't rebound the ball well enough. And that's going to happen during the course of a season. I told the players afterwards, I mean, we're not the only one in this position right now. A lot of teams in the league, you drop 1 or 2 in a row, 3 in a row, whatever it might be, you then got to, regroup and bounce back and figure out how you can get the next one. And thank goodness we're at home on Wednesday.
Back to Chris Stock.
Coach, the 3-point shooting, what'd you make of that? You guys missed your first 10. Did you like the shot attempts?
I loved it. We went into the game, I think, shooting 40% from 3, the number 1 team in the ACC, and I loved the attempts. Isaiah Wong was wide open. Jordan Miller was wide open. Cam McGusty, Charlie Moore, Sam Wardenberg. They were all open. We were moving the ball very well and finding the open man very well. I was disappointed. I turned to the bench and I said, hey, we're getting great shots. They need to start falling. And unfortunately, what happens in basketball is there's a domino effect. If you start making them, everybody starts making them. If you miss them, a lot of times other guys start missing them as well.